President Lech Walesa has joined Archaeological Paths Royal Egypt Tour. Since 2003, Archaeological Paths has been delighting its guests, among them royalty, presidents, and stars of the silver screen, with some very special historical tours. In November 2018, Lech Walesa, 1983 Nobel Peace Prize winner and former president of Poland, joined one of the royal tours to Egypt. I must say immodestly that being 75 years old, I have traveled the whole world, but never have my travels been so exciting and comfortable like this one. My previous journeys were exhausting, very tiring, and fast-paced. This time, however, for the first time in my life, it's been pleasant and calm, and there have been a lot of priceless things to see. During this tour, when I was visiting all these amazing places, I often traveled back in time to that beautiful era, without all that rush, without cars, computers, internet. So, in my opinion, people lived, looking at it from today's perspective, better than we do now. Archaeological Paths, just as it offers to its tour guests, has also arranged for Mr. Lech Walesa a special access to the Great Sphinx enclosure, a site that is normally closed to the public. I must admit that standing right next to the Great Sphinx and looking at it, I feel teeny when I think about my past years, my experiences, and my life in general. Everyone who wonders about life and history should see it to think things over. Who built it? How was it built? And for what purpose? There are a few different theories. I myself, looking at the Sphinx, listening to the story told by an Egyptologist, could not believe that it was possible to build something like this. And yet someone had to build it. So, this tour has been an amazing experience. I encourage all of you to come, to be a part of it, and to see it for yourself. It is worth experiencing. By the way, the Egyptians are so wonderful. Can you see how they've taken care of me? Me, an electrician, and I am sure that they will take care of you even better. So, I encourage you to come. During the tour, Archaeological Paths has showed to President Walesa all the most important highlights of Egypt, from the Giza pyramids through Luxor and Aswan. As much as I've seen here in Egypt, thanks to your company, I have not seen it in my life. So, it's been a great tour. I'll miss you, and I will miss the atmosphere of this wonderfully organized trip. If you ever invite me again, I will come back to Egypt with the greatest pleasure. I hope that my wife will not notice that I put on weight during the tour, though. I really would like to come here again. Thank you very much. I am afraid of nothing but God and a little bit of my wife. As for security, here in Egypt, I haven't seen anything that would worry me. I haven't seen anyone who would trouble us. People are very polite, wonderful, hospitable. Yet, I would like to see Egypt by night. I would like to experience how the nightlife looks like in here. Archaeological Paths not only organized a private sightseeing for Mr. President Walesa, but also made a surprise gift for its tour guests by inviting the legendary opposition leader and anti-communist activist to a special lecture during which all tour participants were able to interact with one of the legendary icons who struggled for workers' rights and freedom.
I know of him from the history. Tremendous amount of respect and admiration for what he did.
Well, that was an extra plus. Wasn't expecting that. It was an honor to be in there and have him answer questions by people and to hear his story.
I was in Poland for a medical meeting and was so impressed by just the general friendly, accepting way that the Polish people brought our group in. It was, we went to Warsaw and Poznan. It was a wonderful experience being in Poland. When they said that he was going to be a part of this, I was very excited. He's so dynamic and humorous.
Lech Walesa I was very impressed. You know, I mean, when would I meet Lech Walesa, an ex-president of a sovereign nation? Very interesting. He's still a revolutionary, and that in a way he's contemporary. He's very up with the contemporariness of the times.
I'm Polish, so it was great meeting him. I liked it. I was glad I was able to go. I was very impressed.
He was so funny, and the way that he spoke about the stuff that he's passionate about, it was incredible. Learning about the events from his own perspective was so informative, but also really it put me in that moment with him, and it was really cool.
The world invested in me and allowed me to make great things. Now it is my turn to pay my dues. I must talk about the past, why we made such and no other decisions. But I also must preach and propose new ideas and concepts. I do not know whether they are good or bad, but I must have them. When finishing my lectures, I always say, please listen to my suggestions. If you do not agree with them, improve them or come up with new ones, then I will listen to you. So, my travels are all about that. If we talk in a similar direction, in which I do, with the greatest pleasure, I'll do it again. As it is important for me to be remembered in history as a person who not only destroyed the old bad order, but also proposed solutions or participated in these solutions. There is no better way to show it, like by direct meetings and travels, especially when traveling can be as amazing as it is with your company. Then you must do it. Now you can join Archaeological Paths VIP Tours. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience you'll feel privileged to be a part of. The Royal Tours to Egypt, led by the world's most famous archaeologist, Dr. Zahi Hawass, take you to many unique sites that very few people get to see. You will hear secrets never told before and spend time in the esteemed company of Dr. Mustafa Waziri, Egypt's head of antiquities. You will be hosted by the former First Lady, Mrs. Jehan Sadat, in the residence of Egypt's late president, Anwar Sadat, an experience normally reserved for royalty and heads of state. As you may expect on such a special tour, you'll be treated like royalty every step of the way. Visit archaeologicalpaths.com.